morning, everyone. So I'm Charlyn, and I'll be presenting the plastic waste data integration for the EPR readiness of cities and waste diverters in the Philippines. So this project is just a background. Is funded by the government of Japan and is carried out by UN Habitat. And the primary objective of this project is to localize or the localization of the National Plan of Actions on Marine Litter, or the MPAWA-ML. Okay. So we partnered with 6 cities all over the Philippines. These cities has varying distinct characteristics and varying geographic locations, as you can see. And then the strategic approach of this project is not directly addressing the EPR readiness of cities and diverters, but rather we provide them support to help them establish their own local plans of actions, or the city plan of actions, or the CPOA-ML. This CPOA-ML serves as the umbrella of all the activities of the cities, and it should be aligned with the NPOA-ML, or the National Plan of Action for Marine Litter. And we are proud to say that these 6 cities are the first in the Philippines to create their own city plans of action on marine litter, or the CPOA-ML. Okay, so with this CPOA-ML, through the technical skills and financial trainings, they were able to come up with different projects based on their geographic location. So in Legazpi, they constructed a centralized MRF, developed a digitalization of their solid waste management, and organized 3 people's organization. So they are now producing eco-pots, producing eco bags, and a refilling store. The same with Manila. As our partner, we organize a community junk shop and cloth making or diaper making that is made of cloth and sanitary pads. In Davao City, we partner with the Coastal Cleanup Association. So instead of putting it in the landfill, they produce it or mixed it with the eco or the hollow blocks. And then in Ormoc, we have 3 POs also. And one of them is supported by the local government. So they're making eco pavers mixed with garbage or plastic waste. And their main buyer is the local government or the city mayor's office. Okay, in Cagayan de Oro, this is another city. So we partnered with a cooperative, waste picker cooperative, and this is, we introduced automated densifier that address the challenge of plastic packaging, or the single-use plastics. No? And then in Calapan is very unique because Calapan is an island. So it's very expensive for them to transport plastic waste to the mainland in Manila. So we provide, or they requested for a baling machine, and they also produce eco bags. It's a cabbage palm, for the avoidance of plastics also. So I have shown to you the various options that LGUs can do as our experience in the Hochi project. So there is a small link if you want more stories about it. Okay, so before the inception of the project, this was during the COVID time, the UN Habitat organized a plastic-free hour hackathon. So we invited universities and young professionals. So in their millennial minds, so what could be their solutions for the plastic solutions of waste? No? Well, there is an output for that later. So just a brief background. among the policy papers of UN Habitat Hochi Project, the mechanism for a suitable EPR model for plastic packaging waste in the Philippines was introduced or submitted to the Congress. So while they are deliberating, and we can say that it somehow contributes to the law, because the very mantra of UN Habitat is leaving no one and no place behind, and it is there in the paper. No? So EPR law aims to be the driving force for the informal settlers. So even if you can see, Philippines is logistically challenged because of the transporting. So we included them in the planning. Okay, so in July of 2028, the RA 11898, or the Extended Producer's Responsibility Act, was established and was implemented 2 weeks after. So it is not a standalone law, but it amends the RA 9003 of Eco-Waste Management. And this is the role of the obliged enterprise. So the obliged enterprise or the producer has the full responsibility of the life cycle of their products. So it eases up the LGU for the solid waste management. So in this table, it is a very comprehensive table that you can understand that the obliged enterprise or the producers has a compliance target. For this year, they have to collect 20% of their products or their plastic waste. And that is gradually increasing, that in 2028, they should collect 80% of it. Now, because of this, LGUs are now interested on how they can contribute to the EPR framework. So, UN Habitat, together with the ILG, the Interior and Local Government, and the DNR, conducted a workshop on waste diversion and data management for the local EPR readiness. So we invited the 6 partner cities, and they experience and check the waste or the value chain of plastic. Okay, so here they studied the data flow of each LGU. So from informal, from household, to the traders, to the recycling facility, or the waste pickers, to the traders, to the recycling facility. So the goals of the EPR readiness of LGUs and waste diverters has to make a robust and auditable information. This was tackled earlier, that it should be clear that how many kilos, what kind of plastics, and you can track the obliged enterprise, the producers, or the LGU should track until the end destination of the plastic. So LGUs are not mandated, but they can support. For example, in Calapan, they have a junk shop association, but because of the EPR law, they are now reviving it. And they can also, LGUs can also cluster, like small associations, small junk shops. They can have an integration of it and one representative to talk and negotiate with the organization or the OE, the obliged enterprise or the producer. And LGUs should explore digitalization, because digitalization is very verifiable, and you can track the data in real time. Now, the sworn plastic waste diversion certificate that will be awarded to the obliged enterprise will be named after them, not the LGU. So it is really the mandate of the obliged enterprise to get the certificate that will be in partnership with the LGUs or the local diverters or the informal sectors. Now, this is the output of the digitalization of the hackathon. Our partner, Ligaspi, created created a tracking system. And Cagayan de Oro, this one is a system that they train AI to see what kind of plastic it is. So this is a development of the project. And okay. So case study, Legazpi here. This is the waste management of Legazpi City. So segregated from the household. So from the household, an eco manager will collect the garbage, and then they will bring it to the barangay material recovery facility. So it could be to the junk shop, or if it is a residual, it could go to the sanitary landfill. With digitalization, they install a GPS tracker from point A to point B to point Z. So real time, they can track the garbage truck. And then the drivers or the eco or the staff in the garbage truck can put data, real time, what number of kilos, what kind of plastic, and many information. And it will be consolidated to the dashboard of the Office of the DNR, or their City Environment and Natural Resources Office. No? Okay, so the HOCHI project worked with the top level. These are the mayors, top level management of the LGU, and the PO, or the community level. And we bridged them to the national level. These are the DNR, EMB, and the private sector, so that they can also learn what has the HOCHI project was doing on the ground. And thank you, everyone. We have also shared with the national and international conferences like this. Thank you.